We had a great time exploring Waco, Texas last week, and now it is time to head to the next destination. But first, we gotta make a stop at Buc-ee's to see what all the hype is about. We stopped at this Buc-ee's outside of Temple, Texas, and we were wowed by the size of this place. There are so many gas pumps and places to park. Then you walk inside and wow! This gas station is like a whole department store. You can buy everything from brisket to snacks to clothing and other merchandise. It was insane. We were hungry, so we decided to get a brisket sandwich and a sausage on a stick. Both were very good. We also bought some beef jerky, some beaver nuggets, which are like puffed caramel corn, and a beaver tail, which was like a giant iced cinnamon croissant. Everything was very good. We stayed at Colinas RV Park in Elgin, Texas. We chose this area because of its proximity to both Austin and the small town of Lexington, which is where we wanted to eat on Saturday. This gated RV park was set in a neighborhood just outside of Elgin. There are ample trees in this park which provide great shade in the Texas sun. However, we needed a clear site for our Starlink to work. We ended up booking one of the newer pull-through sites that did not have any trees. These sites are pretty short, and that, along with the many trees that line the narrow roads in this park, means that this park is not big rig friendly. These sites were also extremely unlevel, but hopefully they will have this fixed soon. The park offers laundry and an exercise room as well, but it is down the road a ways from where the sites are. Roosters call this park home, and we often saw them walking around and heard them crowing. One day we took a drive to Bastrop, where we visited the Colorado River Refuge. This refuge has several trails, and we ended up hiking the Two Bridges Trail. This was a short and relatively easy dirt trail that went under an old railroad bridge. The river was beautiful and the sunset was gorgeous as well. The next day we decided to get some delicious Texas barbecue from Louie Mueller's BBQ in Taylor, Texas. This place is known for their gigantic barbecue beef ribs, so you know we had to try one. Be aware, the beef rib is expensive. It was $39 a pound when we went, and our rib came to just over 1 pound. We also ordered a baked potato covered in chopped brisket as well as a jalapeno sausage. The beef rib was huge and absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10 would get this again. The baked potato and chopped brisket were pretty good too, as well as the sausage. We very much enjoyed this excellent dinner. On Saturday morning, we woke up at 4:30 a.m. to get ready to head to the small town of Lexington. We weren't the only crazy ones waking up this early, or even earlier. The reason we were heading across the Texas countryside in the dark this early in the morning was to get in line for some world-class Texas barbecue. Lexington is home to the famous Snow's Barbecue, where owner Carrie Bexley and pitmaster Tootsie Tomanetz have been serving up deliciously divine barbecue since 2003. We pulled into town and got into line just before 6 a.m. We were lucky it was a little rainy this morning as it ended up being a slow day. We were 38th in line, which isn't bad. The reason you have to get there so early is to avoid being too late in line, because once the place opens up and they start running out of meats, you're out of luck. This place is only open on Saturdays and usually runs out of food around noon. Getting up early and waiting in line is just part of the experience of this place, and we enjoyed some great conversation with a couple guys next to us in line. Snow's opened its doors at 8 a.m. and the line started moving, making us even more excited to try some of this famous barbecue. Finally, around 9 a.m., we were inside ordering like a couple of kids in a candy store. We ordered 1 pound of brisket, 1 pound of pork shoulder steak, 1 pound of ribs, and a half chicken. For sides, we got a small potato salad and baked beans, and we couldn't pass up on a banana pudding for dessert. Pro tip, when ordering, you can order half your meats to go. We didn't know this and ended up with this beautiful plate just full of meat. We sat down to enjoy our barbecue breakfast, and oh my gosh. The brisket was so incredibly moist and flavorful. The ribs and chicken both had so much flavor packed into them. The pork shoulder was a delicious surprise. Every bite was amazing. Of course, we couldn't eat all this and packed most of it away for leftovers. But wow, this barbecue was definitely worth waking up early and standing in line for. This was some bucket list food for us, and we did not leave disappointed. After we brought our leftovers back to the camper, we headed to Austin. We visited the state capitol, which had some gorgeous grounds with plenty of trees and monuments to check out. Inside the Capitol, we toured all 4 floors as well as the basement. A lot of the rooms were closed on a Saturday, but we were still able to see this huge decorated Christmas tree in the Senate chamber. We were also treated to a local school's choir singing Christmas carols in the rotunda. After walking around inside the Capitol building, we headed across the grounds to the former General Land Office building, which now serves as the State Capitol Visitor Center. Here we were able to get some visitor information for Austin, as well as see some artwork and this awesome Lego model of the Capitol. For lunch we stopped at Oddwood Brewery, where we grabbed a beer and then ordered some Egyptian-inspired barbecue at the KG Barbecue food truck outside. We ordered the lamb shawarma pita and the Egyptian mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was pretty good, but the pita was amazingly refreshing and delicious. It was full of lamb as well as some cucumbers, onions, and tomatoes bathed in a refreshing tahini sauce. The food here was very good. We enjoyed our time in the Elgin area. We loved trying out some of different kinds of barbecue and visiting the state capital of Austin, as well as the neat, small Texas towns of Elgin, Bastrop, and Taylor. So far, our time in Texas has been fun and full of delicious food, and we can't wait to see what else this state has to offer. Hope you enjoyed.